So, if you're from India, you must have heard this statement in your childhood once or twice, maybe even 100 times that your parents are your God. आपके माता पिता भगवान के समान हैं. Because I have heard this thing countless of times, and I don't believe anybody's parents are gods. None of the parents are gods. No parent on this earth is God. And I don't think they deserve the status of God, and they should not be called God. It's not that you should not love your parents and dismiss everything they say. The objective of this video is that do not put them on a pedestal. Humans are supposed to make mistakes. If you think your parents are gods, then you're going to have a lot of resentment with them because then they are supposed to do everything right. So maybe 90% of the people have seen some kind of abuse, some kind of fights. I think every human alive on this planet has seen their parents fighting once or twice in their life at least. So if your parents fought in front of you, then you must have some kind of childhood, trigger. Maybe you have seen abuse, maybe you have seen two people who did not even like each other making a home. So you must have seen your parents fighting at least once in your life if you're an adult yet. So now that I have a developing frontal lobe, I do not believe in this bullshit that your parents are God, because you look at God with hope. You look at God to fix everything in your life. Whenever you have some problem that you as human are not able to solve, then who do you turn to? You turn to God. Please solve this. I can do this now. Solve this somehow, and I will take care of it from the next time. But I'm going to speak for the majority. A lot of people have daddy issues, a lot of people have mommy issues, and a lot of people have abuse issues. They have seen their parents fight like cats and dogs in their home. So I don't think that your house has really been home or the heaven that home is supposed to be with gods in it. So I don't think parents are gods, and you should not put them on a pedestal that they are supposed to do everything right. They are supposed to raise you with the utmost love, because two people who did not love each other, they are not going to make a kingdom or a heaven of love. So if you accept the fact that they are humans and humans make mistake, they are humans and they did very human things. If your dad was not right to you and you have daddy issues, if you accept the fact that he is a man, a human, then you can get away with it more easily. So if your mom was not nice to you and your mom did not treated you the way a child is supposed to be treated, you can get away with it more easily, more calmly, if you accept the fact that your mom was a woman, a female, a human, not a god. Parents don't do everything perfect all the time. They are humans, and humans don't do everything perfect all the time. Speaking for the majority again, we all have seen our parents fight. We all have seen some kind of abuse, physical, verbal, mental, emotional, and we all carry some kind of void against them. But if we accept the fact that they are just humans, they are as humans as every other person on this planet, it is way more easier for us to get away with saying that they are humans, they did not do everything perfectly, and that's completely fine. If we think that they are gods, then we are going to have a lifelong void with them. We are going to have this lifelong conflict with ourselves that why me? Why did I have to go through what I went through? Why did I have to see my parents fight? Why was my parents not involved as they should have been? But if we accept the fact that they were humans and they did humanly thing, which is not being perfect all the time, then it's more easier for you as a person. If you did not had that selfless kind of love that parents are supposed to give you, you are going to carry that lifelong with you, that why me? What did I do to not deserve the childhood a child deserves? But it is much easier if you just accept that they were humans and move on than to carry a void in your heart for forever, because it's less about them. Nobody actually gives that much shit on you, not even all the parents. Even if they want to do everything perfectly for you, they can't, because they are humans and mistakes are part of life and mistakes are part of human experience. So if you just accept the fact that your parents are not God, they are just humans, they are just ordinary humans, everything they say is not right, everything they tell you to do, you don't have to, because they are human, you are human. Use your intellect and do what you feel fits. They have more experience than you. They don't wish on your downfall. These are some things which are considerable, but still, that does not make them God. You being a child of your parent, you would not wish for them to get a deadly disease, right? But does that make you a God? No. They are just your well wishers, they are ordinary humans. So, expectations are the problem. Expecting them to be a certain way for you is the most dumbest thing that you can do. So, just accept it and move on. Anything that happened in your childhood, you had abusive family, you had father who was not involved, you had mother who was overly involved or not involved, you had any kind of trauma in your childhood, just leave it behind and move on, saying that they were humans, they did humanly things, and it's not always how we want it to be. With that being said, what we can take away from it is, do not create the same environment for your child as your parents did for you. If your parents were too strict, not involved, too much involved, you can do less of that. What you wished for yourself, try doing it for your child. I think that's the only way for making world a better place. So just accept it and move on.